Alright, episode 29, Lagoon of Death, which aired the 23rd of October 1986. While vacationing in Venice, Rambo goes to Venice. Rambo likes Rambo may have, this version of Rambo may have a little more of a James Bond appreciation for the finer things. So, while vacationing in Venice, Rambo, Cat, and Turbo, as well as Colonel Samuel Troutman, discover that General Warhawk, Sergeant Havoc, Gripper, and Mad Dog are forcing the monks at a monastery to use their special ceramic to make nose cones for Savage's missiles. Ceramic nose cones for missiles. Oh my goodness. Okay, so on October 24th, 1986, the episode Snow Kill, episode 30, hit the airwaves. It says here, while testing out the survival equipment in Utah, Colonel Troutman ends up stumbling upon Gripper attacking a nearby town and ends up captured as well. General Warhawk uses the Earth Eater machine to go through a solid mine and take over the Warton missile complex and threatens to launch an attack from the missile base if his demands aren't met. I can only guess what happens in the end. Episode 31, Terror Beneath the Sea, which aired on the 27th of October 1986, while out inspecting a base in the Arctic Circle. Colonel Troutman is told by the Eskimo chief Moloch. Moloch? Eskimo chief Moloch, isn't that like a devil? Moloch? Or is that the owl god, right? With the, at Bohemian Grove, they set the hands on fire, and they all have orgies around the thing, around the gold Moloch owl statue, and sacrifice babies in the burning palms, newborns. Anyway, that's a little too crazy for kids' TV. If that ain't an Illuminati fucking recruit video, nothing is. Anyway, so Troutman is told by the Eskimos' chief Moloch that a killer whale named Korak keeps attacking their village. Colonel Troutman and a security captain are then captured by Gripper. When Rambo, Cat, and Turbo come to the rescue, they discover that General Warhawk and his ally Dr. Blackburn are using mind control box on Korak in a plot to attack the Nomad base. So Rambo just comes in there and fucking guts the whale with his survival knife. Rambo fucking fights the whale down. I guess that, I wonder if that's the one where Rambo rides the shark. You know where Rambo rides the shark? Anyway. Yeah. So I'm guessing he uses the whale to attack the base. He becomes friends with the whale. Whale whispers to the whale. And they free willy it over to fucking Nomad space and takes it down. So, episode 32, Swamp Monster, which aired the 28th of October 1986. I have seen this one. I remember it vividly. Rambo and Turbo come to the aid of Turbo's uncle when a swamp monster terrorizes the local town. Rambo discovers that the swamp monster is piloted by Sergeant Havoc as part of General Warhawk's plot to build a communication center that will enable Savage to control the defense satellites. And I don't know how anyone got this thing mixed up with a creature or a swamp monster, because it's a fucking tank. It's like this huge fucking tank. Anyway, and Rambo has some cool stealth fight scenes with the tank. Anyway, episode 33, I guess we're almost halfway. Freedom Dancer aired on the 29th of October 1986. While in England, General Warhawk steals the world's fastest racehorse named Freedom Dancer, who is owned by Colonel Troutman's friend Winslow. While on a mission to rescue Freedom Dancer, Rambo discovers that General Warhawk has done it on behalf of an Arab horse owner named Al-Rashid in order to remove it from the competition. So Rambo has, Rambo, is going to have some fucking Seabiscuit action in this one. Maybe he's going to race himself against Al-Rashid. That's the only way I can see it going down. So episode 34, Texas Inferno, which air date was Mad Night, October 30th, October 1986. Rambo's old friend Lucky calls upon Rambo with his oil drilling platform keeps exploding. It's like, Rambo, did you do it? When Rambo doesn't know, what Rambo doesn't know is that Lucky's partner Jake is in league with Nomad and Savage in a plot to work on a warhead that will help them in world domination. So there will be blood, my friends. There will be blood. Okay, let's move on here. The Iron Mask, Halloween, October 31st, 1986. While attending Oktoberfest in Munich, Rambo has a beer and a sausage. No, Rambo's team discover a plot by General Warhawk and his ally Iron Mask to steal a recently located old warplane containing a fortune of gold within. So Rambo encounters a boy named Horse who got amnesia, and when he learns of General Warhawk's plot and Iron Mask's true identity, he must take action. So, November 3rd, 1986, episode 36, Children of Peace. Rambo's team is providing security for the Children's Peace Conference in Sydney. General Warhawk sends Sergeant Havoc, Ripper, Mad Dog, and Black Dragon in a plan to capture the children. Motherfuckers, they just, they're gonna put them in the fucking slave labor child Nike camp to mine fucking gold and make running shoes and shit. So, episode 37, Savage Rustlers, which aired November 4th, 1986. Rambo's team helps a rancher named Shane Dobbs, whose cattle have been stolen by Mad Dog. They soon discover that Savage is in alliance with an outlaw scientist named Dr. Gore to slip a belligerence formula into the beef, which will cause all humans and animal to act very mean. This beef is planned to be used on the U.S. Army soldiers, which will cause a lot of chaos. So, pretty much they've invented fucking mad cow disease, and their next global takeover plot is to infect the army with mad cow disease, to take them out. These days the army doesn't need mad cow disease because they're pretty fucked up as it is. In some, I'm not even going to get into that. We'll be getting into that later on down the line anyway, with a lot of the things that have been going on with the police state and militarized stuff. But I really don't feel comfortable talking about that at this time. Episode 38, Mind Control, November 5th, 1986. And I would assume that maybe Rambo could take on some of those elements we were just talking about maybe in the next movie. But he probably won't, because I think they're just going to cop out and kill him. Anyway, episode 38, Mind Control, November 5th, 1986. Savage brainwashes 3 brilliant scientists in order to obtain the plans for a special laser that will shoot down a passing satellite. Wow. Star Wars, in effect. Only, maybe Rambo will go to space. Maybe we'll see a space Rambo adventure. I would love to see a space Rambo adventure. Episode 39, Vote for Terror, November 6th, 1986. Kai Moon's President Wang, sounds like a bad porn movie, is forced by General Warhawk's men to read a letter of resignation days before his re-election. Rambo's team ends up coming to the country's aid when Sergeant Havoc, Gripper, and Black Dragon and Snakebite do various attacks to discourage President Wang and get General Warhawk elected. So he's trying to go legit, but doing it the wrong way and trying to, take over the world that way. But it ain't gonna work. Not with Rambo around. So, episode 40, Target Supertanker, November 7th, 1986. General Warhawk, house burning day. General Warhawk and his men hijack a supertanker and anchor it off the coast of Hawaii. Oh my god, does Rambo team up with Dog, the bounty hunter? And just one to take Warhawk down? I don't know. He plans to scuttle the tanker, causing an ecological disaster if his demands for a warship are met. So he's very, I don't know why Rambo just didn't fucking kill him in episode 1. Anyway, I guess Rambo's trying to turn over a new leaf here. With all the backflash related to Rambo First Blood Part 2, I guess he was trying to do some good for the world. The Batman of the Rambo world. Episode 41, which aired November 10th, 1986, I'm guessing is the sequel to the Black Dragon episode titled Enter the White Dragon. So in this episode, it shows how Rambo met White Dragon at the time when General Warhawk has Black Dragon steal priceless samurai swords from the Ishikawa Electronic Company. Fascinating. Little flashback montage episode. Episode 42, Skyjacked Gold, which aired November 11th, 1986. When his team ends up captured by Savage, when they end up skyjacking a shipment of government gold heading to the Denver Mint following a plane crash in a swamp, Rambo befriends a helpful Indian named Chief. That's his name, just Chief, who helps rescue his old friends. Once that is done, the group must now prevent General Warhawk from burying the gold in the sacred grounds on Spirit Island, where the graves of Chief's forefathers are located. So he's going to dig up all the dead ancient Indians, throw them in the river, in the swamp, and bury the fucking gold there. So he finally got his hands on some fucking gold. He's been, going for the gold since day one. So I guess we know how that's going to turn out, right? The next one's called 43, episode 43, Attack on El Dorado, which aired the 24th of November, 1986. And I'm pretty sure El Dorado did not have a lot to do with gold, so I guess they fucked him. And now he's looking for more gold. General Warhawk, Sergeant Havoc, Gripper, Nomad, and Mad Dog invade El Dorado near Tatinga and take it over. It's up to Rambo, Cat, and Turbo to liberate El Dorado. I'm pretty sure El Dorado had something to do with gold, right? But anyway. 44, episode 44, The Ninja Dog. This one aired on the 13th of November, 1986. While Rambo's team provides security for the Senate throne during his trip to Japan to meet with President Fujita, a prototype chip for an American defense project is stolen by the science team leader, Dr. Hirogosho, who places the chip in the collar of the senator's dog, Pee-wee. General Warhawk sends Gripper and Black Dragon to abduct Pee-wee and obtain the chip. That's fascinating. Pee-wee. We all know how it ended for Pee-wee, right? Like I said before, not too kid-friendly. Anyway.